All right, welcome back. What you just heard there was Jungle Love by the Steve Miller Band, number 23 of 1977. You Can Never Tell, number 14 from 1964, which made it Chuck Berry's last major hit of the 1960s. He did have a little bit of a career resurgence in 1972 with his song My Ding-a-Ling, which went to number 1. But I'll get into that at some other point, probably one of the other shows. Actually, to veer off the script here again for a second, I just noticed in my notes here that I guess it must have been Pages or Word or something, but the Chuck Berry actually got typoed fixed to Church Berry, which was completely unintentional. You know, Chuck Berry was a rhythm and blues and rock guitarist. I don't think he ever ventured into gospel music. But then again, I mean, he did record a lot of stuff, a lot of songs that I haven't heard yet. So maybe he did at some point. I don't know. And those other songs were Luca, which was number 3 for folk artist Suzanne Vega in 1987. I think it's either Vega or Vega. It's V-E-G-A. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. And last but certainly not least, that old blues song "Hey Joe," which was brought back to life by the Jimi Hendrix Experience, and it appears on the U.S. edition of the legendary album "Are You Experienced," released in early 1967. So, moving on for the rest of the show, as you all know, 2018, this current year, marks the anniversary of a number of significant things. It's the 10th anniversary of Barack Obama being elected the first black man president, the 50th anniversary of the deaths of Senator Robert Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr., and it also is the 45th anniversary of Elvis's Aloha from Hawaii special, estimated to have been watched by more than 1.5 billion people worldwide. For those of you with your calculators at home, that's estimated to be more viewers than there were for the iconic moon landing, which of course happened a few years earlier. So yes, more people actually tuned in to watch Elvis sing and dance than to watch Neil Armstrong take the first steps onto the moon. But anyway, 2018 also marks the 25th anniversary of a very special film, which I'm sure a lot of you probably have seen at some point, called Philadelphia. Starring Denzel Washington and Tom Hanks, the movie helped to bring further national attention to the AIDS epidemic that had impacted thousands of Americans during the late 20th century, and many, many more around the world to this day. It was Hollywood's first major film to recognize HIV, homosexuality, and homophobia. It was a very powerful film, with Hanks going on to win the Academy Award for Best Actor that year in 1993, and New Jersey icon Bruce Springsteen winning the award for Best Original Song with his track Streets of Philadelphia. The song also peaked at number 9 on the Hot 100 in 1993, so let's take a listen to one of Bruce's most iconic tracks right after we hear another Springsteen song that brought this progressive rock band all the way to the top of the charts in 1975. A little controversial when it was initially released because of the lead singer's speech impediment. The lyric is "revved up like a deuce," not whatever you think it might be when you hear it in a moment. Let me cue this up here. This is Manfred Mann's Earth Band with "Blinded by the Light," then we'll hear Bruce Springsteen's "Streets of Philadelphia," and a little something from psychedelic rock band Steppenwolf. Here we go.